Hi guys. Our lesson today is going to be over divisibility rules. Um, this lesson goes along with fraction concept notes lesson number 1, so I think we're going to be on page 1. The ALEX topics that we're going to be going over today are even and odd numbers, divisibility rules for the number 2, 5, and 10, and divisibility rules for 3 and 9. And we're also going to throw in a couple of extra ones because it's always awesome to be smart. So this first page here is like our nuts and bolts. This is what's really important, like cheat sheet notes. So let's go over these real fast and then we'll do some practice problems. So how do I know if a number is divisible by 2? If the last number is an even number, then we're divisible by 2. So 4, 6, 8, 0, those are all even numbers, so that's divisible by 2. How do I know if it's divisible by 3? If the sum of my digits is divisible by 3. So in 258, 2 plus 5 plus 8 equals 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5, so it's divisible. The number 354, 3 plus 5 plus 9, so that's 8 plus 4 is 12. So the sum of my digits is 12. Is 12 divisible by 3? It sure is. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then our big number here, I have 152,298. So I add up all of my digits. So 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. That's 10. 19 plus 8 should give me 27. So is 27 divided by 3? 27 is divisible by 3. 27 divided by 3 is 9. For the divisibility rule for 4, if the last two numbers are divisible by 4. So the last two numbers of 76 is 76. So 76 divided by 4 is 19. And 184. 84 is divisible by 4. And this big long number, what do I have? 45,638,768. So 68 divided by 4 is 17. So that works. My divisibility rule for 5 should be a review for all of us. So I am divisible by 5. Gosh darn it. If the ones digit is a 0 or a 5. So basically, if I end in a 5 or if I end in a 0, I'm automatically divisible by 5. So let's go ahead and take a look at our one for 10. I'm divisible by 10 if my ones digit is a 0. So if I see a 0, I'm automatically divisible by 10. All right, and then let's take a look at 6 and 9. I'm automatically divisible by 6 if I'm divisible by both 2 and 3. So this is an even number, and the sum of those digits is 15. So I'm divisible by both 2 and 3. I automatically get to put a 6 down. Same thing here. I'm an even number. When I add up my digits, I equal 15. So I get to put down 2, 3. As soon as I put down 2 and 3, what do I get to put down? A 6. 9 is the same idea as 3. I add up all of the sum of my digits, and if it's divisible by 9, then my number is divisible by 9. So example 54, 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 is divisible by 9, obviously. 1,710. So I add up my numbers. I have 7, 8, plus, that gives me 9. So this number is divisible by 9. And my big long number here, what do I have? 9 million and change. I add up all of my numbers, so I add up 9 plus 6 plus 5 plus 7 plus 2 plus 6 plus 1 equals 36. 36 is divisible by 9. It equals 4. So this is my cheat sheet so that I know I am ready to go. So be sure that you have this out so you can reference it when we do the together and the you try problems. All right, so let's do a couple together. I'm just going to use my list here. It's an even number, so it's divisible by 2. For 3, I add up my digits, so my digits equal 9. 9 is divisible by 3, so I got to put a 3 down. 4, if my two digits are divisible by 4, so 54 divided by 4, can we do that? Not evenly, so 4 is not 1. 5 doesn't count. I put a 2 and a 3 down, so what do I automatically get to put down? A 6. 9 is divisible by 9, and it does not end in a 5 or 0. So 54 is going to be 2, 3, 6, and 9. All right, let's look at our next one. Let's go ahead and add up the sum of our digits. So I've got 13 plus 5 gives me 18. All right, so it's not divisible by 2. Is 18 divisible by 3? I believe it is, so I get to put a 3 down. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Let's see, 75 divided by 4. I don't think this is going to work. That's not going to work. Ends in a 5, so automatically divisible by 5. I don't have a 2 and a 3 down, so that's not going to work. 18 is divisible by 9, so I should have 3, 5, and 9. Let's look at our last one. I need to add up the sum, so write down what you get as the sum. I got 14, hopefully you did too. So I end in an even number, so I'm divisible by 2. 14 is not divisible by 3. 42, is that divisible by 4? Let's try it and see. It is not. 5. I end in a 2, so that's not going to work. I didn't get to write a 3 down, so 6 is out. 9 is out. 14 is not divisible by 9, and 10 is out. So 842 is only divisible by 2. All right, now you're going to hit pause on your video, and you're going to do the 2 you try problems, and I'll be back to check your answers. All right, the sum for my first problem here, 1,896, is 24. So that means 24 is divisible by 3. It's an even number, so I get to put a 2 down. Once I put 2 and 3, I automatically get to put a 6. And then 96 divided by 4 is 24, so I get to put a 4. 605, the only thing that 605 is divisible by is 5. So when are all of these divisibility rules going to help us? Well, when we get into simplifying fractions, finding equivalent fractions, knowing this stuff off the top of my head will make it really easy for me to help with fractions. So let's go ahead and do another together problem. This is what you're going to see on your practice problems on Alex. So divisibility rules for 2, 5, and 10. Is my number divisible by 10? If it ends in a 0, it's automatically divisible by 10. When do I am I divisible by 2? If I'm an even number. So 8's an even number, 0's an even number. Divisible by 5 if it ends in a 0 or in a 5. You go ahead and try the one for 3 and 9. I'll be back with the answers in just a second. Here's our answers. The sum of 168 is 15. The sum of 675 is 18. And the sum of the digits of 189 is 18. So these are the numbers that I need to be paying attention to right here. 15, 18, and 18. So is 15 divisible by 9? No. Is 18 divisible by 9? Yes. 18 divisible by 9? Yes. Is 15 divisible by 3? Yes. 18 is divisible by 3, and 18 is divisible by 3. Tomorrow in class, we will start out with doing the stamp page at school. So you don't need to do this page as it says. We will start off class with doing this at school. See you then.